repair all of these things. But the other script mods I would like to see is the simple vehicle tracking tool. This thing here, which tells me what currently has an engine running, so I can see harvesters, how full they are, seeders, how empty they are, and then the other one is this block here, which tells me individually by equipment that I'm in, what repair percentage they are, because I find this here is not quite as ideal, just because I can be driving around with a tractor in perfect condition, but the label's reading at sort of 33% because, well, the weight's 0% and the piece of equipment on the back is at 0%. And for some pieces of equipment, repair status can affect how much commodity use, so how much lime it has to spread to get a given coverage amount, or how much seed it has to use. Typically, most people notice it when they're harvesting. If the harvester is damaged, then it reduces. Is it when the? I can't remember now. I can't remember. Is if the harvester's damaged, then it reduces speed, and if the header is damaged, then it reduces yield. And I have had that adversely affect me when I was doing, I think it was Farm Sim 19. I was doing a sugar beet contract on a really big field. And the sugar beet harvester got down to like 20% and was harvesting at 2 miles an hour. And I'd already been harvesting for 3 hours, and it's like, if I keep going, this is going to take me somewhere in the region of 12 hours to do this. And so I had to get a repair trailer out to the field, and that did result in me only taking about another hour and a half to finish the contract. Still, it was another hour and a half to finish the contract, so not the bestest of things. Okay, that's that. Oh, the other reason my money got so low was CSX Tools got a patch this last week and deleted my wheel loader's manure fork and what's the other thing we have for it? Tree spikes. So I had to go and rebuy those. Oh, hush. And that got me below 80,000 money in the bank, and I'm like, I really don't like being this low on money when we have this much production going on. And plans. I need, as I've said, we're going to need another silage bunker over there for food reasons. And we're going to need... we need to buy cows, we need to buy a mixing wagon, and the problem is that I don't have income at the moment. Okay, what do I do with that? I do that. Do that. Yes. Yeah, I don't have enough income at the moment to buy anything. One until December 2, maybe one. But those bales on the other field that we need to sell are not going to be sellable until into December. So what I might do is we could probably get around it. I'm thinking I might buy 10 hay bales and oh, actually no, we can. I might not need to buy any bales. It just occurred to me, we've got all those silage bales, or all those wrapped bales up north. They still class as grass, and because we've got Maize Plus running, we can graze our cattle on grass, so I can just put those bales straight into the cow shed. We could go and buy some cows right now. That might be a plan. Okay, that's done. Look at me being good and behaving myself and not losing super strength to throw big bags around. So, maybe we'll do that. Maybe I will leave this in the yard here. At least for now. Oh yeah, the other thing they patched in Farm Sim 25, tree transport or log transport missions were, I mean, $1,000 per log transported, almost. Actually, not quite. It's probably about $800 per log transported, and yeah, if you can get to grips with because they didn't have super strength at the time. If you can get to grips with the log loader crane thing on the transport wagons or tractors, is it that one? Not that one. Why not have it active? I don't have it active. Forestry equipment, things like this. That crane on the back, it's a pain in the butt to use. But if you can get to grips with using that, those log transport missions were awesome income, like $15,000 for a job, and you have to take 3. You have to take 3 trips. 7, I think it was about 7 logs on the transport trailer, but $15,000 for that. It's like, yeah, do it. That's loads of money. That's way more than you're getting paid for other things, because the baling missions just go out there and bale some grass rows. Wrapping missions are go out there and wrap all the bales. So you don't end up getting paid too much doing that. And there's nothing left over. So fortunately grass doesn't take a lot of nitrogen, so this should not deplete our stocks of fertiliser by too much. Because we just limed these fields, we can see where we need to go and where we've been quite easily. And we don't end up with white fields for winter until it snows. Then we end up with lots of white fields. But yeah, they've reduced the payout for log transport missions. Don't know by how much, but may not be quite so much worth getting to grips with the crane anymore. Maybe. I'm really not doing very well with this. Although really, it shouldn't be too difficult since it's attached to the back of the tractor. Come on, dude. Swing it over. There we go. Okay, now we're clear. We also got our first mod map in FarmSim 25, although it's one of the sort of wilderness lands with little to nothing in the way of fields, but you can build your own farm in the wilderness. So pioneer farming in the year 2000. Okay, I've got most of it. Don't know if I can. That's not enough whiteness. Actually, I think it's... Oh. If you can persuade the sprayer to turn on, it will spray bits of the field that need it. But the problem is persuading it to turn on. If I leave that stretch there, so that bit there, there's not enough unfertilized part of the field to trigger the sprayer. Anyway, how are we done? 7%. Like I said, grass doesn't take a lot. I wonder if I can persuade it to do that bit as well. No, see, there's nothing there that it detects that needs sprayed. Probably similar here. No. Okay, let's pull that up and move on. So, gonna spray all of the grass fields. Obviously the one that's currently covered in bales I might not be able to do. This year, because obviously we need to remove the bales and need to remove the bales before we spray the field, and we can't remove the bales, or we're not going to remove the bales, should I say, until December. At which point the ground's frozen, and spraying fertiliser on it, probably not the greatest of plans. I am missing a lot of field edge here, give me this. Good grief. I think because the back end swings, more than it does with a tractor. The rear wheels don't steer, so the boom movement isn't quite so pronounced. But on this thing with four-wheel steering, it's swinging the back end out quite substantially when we turn, causing me issues. But oh, and because of computer setup stuff this week, I have not streamed any Railroader so far. Not sure what the plans are. Basically, Thanksgiving is just me, Teenage Osa, Mrs. Osa. Oh man, come on. Because her family lives in Ohio, my family lives in the UK, and so there's not really a lot of opportunity for family get-togethers. Oops, and again we slam the back end into the hedge. There we go, that was better. That bit there, that bit there. But really all I need to look at is how good is the map at the bottom right. I think we already tried that bit, didn't we? Maybe. Oh no, there we go. Okay, that will count as good enough. Fold up the thing, onto the next field, 17%. I must admit, my tests in farming 25 so far have not involved anything in the way of fertilisation or lime or stone picking. Now it does look like if you use a plough, you only end up with small stones. Cultivators create medium stones, I think, along with subsoilers, and spaders create big stones. Now, the issue there is medium and big stones, you're going to need an expensive rock picker to clear them out. But small stones can be rolled. The problem is you're rolling in the wrong sequence. The issue with them is, I am far enough away, good. The way you want to do things is you mulch, you direct drill, and then you roll to get the 5% bonus from mulching and rolling. It's kind of split between the two, and I think most people say you get 3% when you mulch and 2% when you roll, but I think that has something to do with you get 2.5% rounded up when you mulch, and you get a total of 5% when you roll and mulch. So yeah, that's all. Can't remember what I was trying to say, but yeah, rolling and mulching. I haven't tried any of that yet either. But oh, that was it. When you do rocks, when you have rocks, if you want to avoid additional damage to your equipment, you need to get rid of the rocks. So with medium and large rocks, you have to pick them. And with small rocks, you can either pick them or roll them. Well, if you want to avoid damage to your cedar, you kind of need to roll them before you seed, but then you need to roll the field after you've seeded to get the yield bonus. So you're going to roll twice. If you don't mind additional damage occasionally to your cedars, then you can go out there, you can seed, you can fix the damage. You're going to fix the damage anyway, it's just that there's going to be more of it, thus more expense if you're seeding over rocks. But then you can roll afterwards and the small rocks will go away. And of course, this is all looking to me like encouragement to do the most labor-intensive jobs possible. So kind of like the best crops for income are very labor-intensive. So things like maize silage and sugar cane, sugar beets, potatoes, all of those things are really pricey to do, or really lucrative to do, but take a whole ton of manual labor in the harvesting and the shipping and everything else. Very low yield crops, very high yield crops with very low values. So there's that. And then if you want to save money, you need to use a normal plough. So one of these things. Where are ploughs? Those ploughs. These ploughs, which are a pain in the butt to use, especially the bigger they get. But you can just roll the rocks they produce in and avoid additional damage to the rest of your equipment. Now, in my mind, a subsoiler is a much less frustrating plough, or removes plough state from a field, and so therefore I tend to prefer a subsoiler to a plough. But the subsoiler is going to create medium rocks, which then means I'm going to have to get a rock picker if I want to avoid additional damage to all my equipment, or increased damage to all my equipment. So you're going to have to go out there and pick up the rocks and roll them. Oh, it started raining. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess this is the last field for now. I Didn't realise it was that close to rain time. But we're nearly done, and it's not really raining that much. I do have this field to our left needs to be sprayed, and then the field to the north near the main road. So not too much left to do. But now that I have a little bit more understanding of how the rocks are produced for Farm Sim 25, I might actually include the rocks. And do some rocking and rolling. I think the rain's about 10 minutes early, so we're not in the major rain shower quite yet, but it's pretty close. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the rest of the white bits on this field. So try a pass down here, try and see if that corner triggers anything, and if it doesn't, we'll just fold this up. I'm going to park it down here. We still have 60% of our fertilizer in the tank. Actually, I might park it over here. How's that work out? Okay, and Massey Ferguson, Lamborghini. I think we're going to take that out. I did say I want about 20 cows. But since this trailer only takes 9, I will go with 18 total. Or 27, 18. And off we go. Bouncy, dodge the bale. Actually, we might take that one with us. I think we got something like about 276 bales from that field. 5,500 each is lots. 5,500 times 270 is 55,000 times 27 is 550,000 times 2.7, so about 1.6, 1.7 million litres of